Hey everyone, welcome back to The Addicted Bookworm, and if I look like I just woke up, yeah. Alright, so I tried to do this video yesterday and early this morning, like midnight this morning. However, I was so exhausted, and I will tell you, I was absolutely exhausted. So, yeah. I had a very hard day yesterday. I did a 10-hour shift with I don't know how much hours in rest, because this is Friday, so it's been a week. I have been coughing really badly. No, I've not had any kind of bleeding or anything where I gotta go to the hospital, but it's really annoying. It is really annoying. So today I'm actually going to go over to the store and pick up some cough drops and just, take those while I'm working. Alright, so getting away from my personal issue. So today's video is going to be about something that I knew was going to happen because of people's general dislike for AI. And I also know there's people that look at things a lot differently than other people and whatnot. So there is a call to boycott Barnes & Noble because the CEO, which I did watch the video, it was on my YouTube feed, that he's going to allow AI generated books. And one of the things that was mentioned in the video on TikTok was that Barnes & Noble is the only large brick and mortar box store that is still powerful enough to keep Amazon at bay. And I agree with her that Barnes & Noble's the only thing keeping Amazon from becoming a total monopoly. So, if Barnes & Noble ever went out of business, Amazon would become the only online store that you could go to get your books. Physical bookstores are often areas where they have extremely low crime rate. Really low crime rate. So, more in wide affluential areas, you'll see these indie bookstores. They don't ever set up shop in places that have minority people. And now California will probably be different, but I have been here for well over 10 years, and I don't even remember what year we came here, but I know it's been more than 10 years. And I have never been to any of the indie bookstores, mainly because they're so far out there, I can't afford to go out there. So, Amazon CEO Dalton said that he would not be against having them as long as they did not pretend to be something that they're not. And here's the thing that people also don't seem to understand about supply and demand. Okay? Nobody with more than 7 brain cells want AI books. But there are people with less than 7 brain cells that love AI-generated books. So, as long as there is a demand for them, there will be a supply of them. So, my advice to people is that if you go into a Barnes & Noble and you see a book that you really want to read, Google the author's name. Google it. And if you cannot find anything about that author, if you even can't even find an Amazon page for that author with their picture and like what year they were born and all that type of stuff, don't get the book. No matter how much you would love to read that book, don't get that book. Don't get that book. If Barnes & Noble sees that that they're not really selling a lot of them, they won't carry them. Also, publishing houses, they're relying on AI. I don't know why, but they're relying on AI. Because people use AI, so automatically assume, oh, everybody's going to want AI. I don't know why you think that, but okay. So, yeah, it definitely is, a problem. And another point that she makes in her TikTok video, which I do agree, is that one day indie bookshops are going to sell AI slop. It is just only a matter of time before they start buying it as well, having it in their store. So you're not going to get away from AI. You're not. I can't even get away from AI, and I hate the thing. I hate the thing so much. Last year, and I did not know this when I bought it. If I'd known it, I wouldn't have bought it, but we're neither here nor there. I bought a brand new laptop. First time in 2 decades that I was able to afford a laptop, because I work for the post office, so of course you can afford a laptop. I had to sign up for a subscription to use Microsoft Word. Yeah, I have to sign up for a subscription to use Microsoft Word. And then I discovered that the spell check uses AI. I'm like, what the hell? They use AI. So when people say to me, well, the best way to avoid your book being corrected by AI is just use Microsoft Word. Okay, but Microsoft Word also has AI. So there really is no getting around or away from AI. This is why this is my work computer and not my computer I use all the time. Not only do I not have to constantly recharge it all the time, but I'm not like putting it through its paces all the time. So I think that boycotting Barnes & Noble is stupid. I think that it's just, you jump on the performative outrage train, which seems to be all the time now. And you don't seem to understand that, yes, we need to vote with our wallets. However, Barnes & Noble is not Amazon. Barnes & Noble is not a multi-layered company. It's not layered like Amazon is. Amazon is in everything, which is why they're a prime candidate to be broken up. But if you guys causes Barnes & Noble to go out of business, don't be bitching about Amazon being a monopoly, because y'all allow that to happen. And also, don't get all upset if the federal government comes in and uses the Sherman Antitrust Act to break up Amazon and your Kindle no longer works. Oh, what do you mean my Kindle no longer works? Well, because the federal government broke up Amazon and they broke up the Kindle thing. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know how they would break up Amazon. I'm probably guessing the smaller companies. But I have a really weird feeling your Kindle would be a casualty of that breakup. Yeah. So who would you go with? Well, probably Kobo or any of the other companies. But Kobo would end up becoming just, I think, would become exactly like Amazon, though probably not as multi-layered. But yeah, yeah. So I don't like AI books, but I also know there's no way to get around them. There's no way to get rid of them because people are so addicted to the use of AI in their daily lives. Not understanding that this has real like psychological or like neurological effects on your brain. Alright, so yeah, so I was going to mention something, then I realized I put that in that other video, so I'm not going to mention it. But yeah, alright, so that is my video for the day. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.